Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm Saponicate Poster, and today we are going to check out that hunting lodge we heard about, like, way fucking forever ago.
You put that Oseram assassin in his place.
This is the Hunter's Lodge. Only members and invited guests are allowed in.
How do I get invited?
You're from the Savage East, right? You must have come across some of our hunting grounds. Each one has a set of hunting trials. If you pass a trial, you get an award called a half-sun. Win 3, and I'll let you in.
Oh, goody.
Now off you go.
Well, I guess we'll go do one of those hunting grounds we stumbled across on our travels. Oh, just park my horse on your table if that's okay. Now, if I want to come back, I can just pop right in.
I spoke to Kren. He told me this is a hunting grounds where you offer tests of skill.
Poor Kren. Not the best hunter, but at least he keeps his chin up.
He got run over by a horse.
You bear the mark of a seeker. I've heard of those, but never seen one. You have the Matriarch's leave to come and go as you like from the sacred land?
I do what I want.
Yes, but I would have gone even without their permission.
Is that so? Then maybe you and I can speak plainly. Truth is, I've had dealings with the Carja.
Dealing?
I represent an organization called the Hunter's Lodge in Meridian. We test promising young hunters with trials at places like these. You might be just the kind of person we're looking for. Why don't you sample the trials and see? Just to be clear, though, I'd appreciate it if you kept our conversation in confidence, especially when it comes to the matriarchs.
No, I really don't tell them
You're
shit.
not supposed to be here, are you?
No. My friend and I left the sacred land and returned. The matriarchs wouldn't approve, to say the least. We're hunters at heart. Left because we wanted to find new herds and new machines. That's why the Hunter's Lodge appealed to us. But the Carja wouldn't have us if they knew we were Nora, so we wore Carja clothes when we brought our marks to them. After a while, it felt like we were caught between worlds. Not quite Carja, not quite Nora. We started to miss home. So we came back and set up our own hunting grounds.
You think it'll work? Staying here without the Matriarch's permission?
I'm not sure. But we don't believe in their rules. There's a big world out there, and ignoring it doesn't help anyone.
Well, I won't tell them.
Tell me about the trials.
The Hunter's Lodge hosts hunting ground trials throughout the world, each offering hunters a chance to test their skills.
What do I get for completing them?
Pride in accomplishment, as well as marks, depending on how well you fare. Here, we offer the tools trials.
What kind of tools?
Hunting isn't just about your bow. It's about using everything available to you, even your surroundings. You'll see once you start taking the trials.
What is the Hunter's Lodge?
It's a group of hunters who compete to bring down the mightiest machines in the land, run by the Carja in Meridian.
And you're pretty clearly supposed to do this before you hit up the Hunter's Lodge.
The hunting grounds. Just to warn you, though, they're not fond of Nora. Take your pick. Which trial interests you? I'll give you the details.
Alright, so you have 3 trials at each one. There are 5
Test your
grounds
skill with bow
total.
and arrow by shooting parts off the backs of grazers as quickly as possible.
Sure.
I like that one. Slide down a rope and I'll start timing.
They vary in difficulty. The ones back in Nora Lands are obviously a lot easier. They're meant to be done way earlier. Although some of them can be kind of a pain in the ass if you just have the starting stuff. So we'll do a little prep work. And you can scout the lay of the land before. It literally doesn't start until you hit the rope, so... Although I wish it would not start until you actually touch down, but what do you do? And we just have to knock stuff off, so our Terror Blast arrows are going to do us
Plan.
some good here. Oh, damn it. You do have to deal with, well, that. A lot of places there are watchers or other aggressive critters running around while you're trying to do your thing, so you do have to be somewhat cautious in many of these. Most of the time, unless you're like specifically tasked to kill or take out something, then just ignore them, run away as much as you can, because it'll just slow you down. Here, I went to pick up my free shit. Might as well. Even though Tear Blasts don't do a ton of damage, our bow's strong enough that it still killed that one. Blaze. Oops. Oh well. You want a piece of this too? Now, generally, once you accept a new trial, it will reset everything back to its starting positions. So that's kind of nice, in that you know where to expect to find things, and it takes off aggro and a bunch of other stuff like that. So, stupid deer. Just had to start shit, didn't ya? I want you to know where the hunting grounds are. If you're looking for a particular type of critter, maybe you need a lens or a heart or something like that, you can always find them there. This stuff.
No room.
Let's see, wire. I can fix that. There we go. Filled up on pretty much everything. Glorp. Usually the worst part of the trial is just getting your ass back up to wherever the keeper is. Use the ropes for the timing, so it's always up high somewhere, and never just a ladder or whatever. It's always gonna fucking parkour.
How'd you... First time, and you win a blazing sun. You're good, even for Nora.
Well, you know.
This trial tests your ability to use the environment to your advantage. Shoot log piles to make them fall, crushing machines below. Remember, you can use explosions from your blast sling to scare machines into fleeing where you want them to go.
Theoretically. A lot of times they just run wherever the fuck they feel like it.
I'll start timing when you start down a rope.
And you'll notice there's quite a few of the log pile traps, so basically on this one, just get them going in a direction and then shoot the logs down. Not that one. Not that one! God damn it. You might expect them to come up here, but they go way over on the other side. Again, there's lots of traps, so it's not a huge deal. spend more time hurting them than actually doing anything. Oh, good job, Aloy. Luckily, though, they're not too bright.
Can stop teasing.
And just saved you all my looting there.
How'd you... First time, and you win a blazing sun. You're good, even for Nora. Use your blast wire and Carja tripcaster to bring down grazers. I'll be timing you. Explosions scare them, so you may want to use your blast sling to drive them into your traps. That's a good one. Timing begins once you slide down a rope.
Oh, joy. Keep getting turned around, like, where the fuck am I? Oh. Break my fucking legs. So Aloy decided not to grab the rope. Get going, motherfuckers! Again, trying to get them where you think they'll go. Okay, they just run back on me. Instead of going, you know, kind of where I wanted them to. 3 minutes is a long time, though.
Keep quiet now.
I think it's a little late for that. Get going. Too far away. I'm sick of messing around and just start fucking whacking them with it directly. I'm gonna run into shit. And then this happened. You okay there, guys? I'll just take care of that. Taken out by a fucking watcher. Where are you, piece of shit? Nice dodge. Like, wait. All this shit. You'll certainly make back any resources you spend doing these things. Is that it?
These blazing sun marks are rare. Well done, and well earned.
Time for me to head out.
I'll be here when you're ready to test yourself.
And every higher rank gives you the lower ranks too, so it's not like you really need anything except the blazing ones. Well, now we've got our chips, so I guess they'll let us in.
The savior of the Sun King. You would have the marks.
Well, why didn't you
Very
just
well
let me in
done.
the fucking first place if you knew this?
And welcome.
Also, it does know that you've done
Remember,
that part of the
seek
quest line, which is
rewards
kind of
and
cool.
Adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor one hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
I like Legan. He knows what kind of shit goes on around here. We'll take care of that quest marker in a bit. It's not really a quest, kind of, but not really. It's just doing all of the trials.
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're a Nora, are you not? A fighter from the Savage Lands.
The Sacred Land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your better.
I'm sure that beard of yours
You're
smells
hardly
fucking
my
great.
Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
Can we just hunt machines, or can we shoot people too? Here we are.
You're Talana? Assis said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole. Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
And?
So, I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works. Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first becomes the Sunhawk.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 sawtooths, 2 ravagers, and a stalker.
And a partridge in a
Deliver
pear
the
tree.
trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me.
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoil.
Okay, well, we'll go take care of all of that then. Well, that didn't take too long.
Didn't even hesitate. She stood between the assassin and our Sun King.
There you go, you sack of shit.
I thought I told you.
I'm here to present trophies to the Sunhawk of the Lodge. 3 sawtooths, 2 ravagers, and a stalker for good measure.
I suppose Talana helped you with this.
I brought these down myself. Will you accept them?
Fine, yes. I accept them. But tell Talana she should stop playing with sludge.
She knows your mom.
Get Redmaw.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect.
Sort of.
See a Nora here and a woman at that? So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right. You're new here.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified.
Well, they kind of have, but, you know.
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons, 1 for 15 half-suns, 1 for 15 full suns, and 1 you'll love for all blazing suns.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
And so, since the higher count for lower, if you get Blazing Suns at everyone, you don't have to do the shit 15 fucking times, which would suck ass!
I'll be spending more time finding Redmaw than helping me.
That bunghead isn't wrong. But there isn't time to find Redmaw right now. You're gonna help with something else.
Oh? And what might that be?
Meet me outside.
And she's off!
You wanna help? Here's someone who needs it. Go ahead, Ilsadi.
I live in Lone Light, northeast of here. I barely escaped because Glinthawks attack anyone who ventures out. We have so few shards. Will you help? We have nowhere else to turn.
Glinthawks?
Sometimes members receive an honorarium for the hunt. Assis should have accepted this one, but he refused. The price was too low.
How generous.
In the past, I would have gone with Takas to handle this. But what say you and I take it on? I'll meet you at Lone Light.
What about Redmaw?
Are you in or not?
All right. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Horizon Zero Dawn. Join us again next time where we continue this quest.